Theme songs, these girls be chatting. Theme song, yeah, they really snapping. Two homegirls, yeah, they make it happen. Anita, Wade, and DDW, yeah. Anita and DDW, yeah. Anita, Wade, and DDW, yeah. Pull up, press play, what they talking about today? Real life, no script, they just saying what they say. From love to the grind, yeah, they covering it all. If you need a good laugh, you already know who to call. Different vibes, same goal, yeah, they building from the ground. Conversation so real, got the whole room tuned in now. They ain't perfect, they just honest, that's the magic in the flow. Turn it up a little louder, let the whole world know. Theme song, these girls be chatting. Theme song, yeah, they really snapped it. Two homegirls, yeah, they make it happen. Anita, Wade, and DDW, yeah. Late nights, deep talks, I just vibing for the day. Either way, you tuning in, you gon' leave with something to say. Energy contagious, yeah, the vibe stay true. Once you hit them one time, you coming back for part two. These girls be chatting. These girls be chatting. Talk that talk. Two homegirls, they make it happen. Anita, DD, yeah, they snapping.
All right, guys, welcome to episode 19 of Two Homegirls Chatting with your homegirls, DDW and... All right, guys, we're doing an episode that we will be revisiting today. We're going to spin the block on controversial hot takes today. So if you have anything controversial that you would like to add or like for us to talk about, put it in the comments. Let us know so we can announce it. Or if you just want to talk to us, put something in the chat, in the comments, and we'll definitely respond. We'll talk back. Let us know how you feel. But we must do Negro spirituals first. You want to do yours first or want me to do mine first?
You do yours first, Edie.
I am going to go Just Got Paid. I think his name is Johnny Kim. Johnny Kim? Yes. That's my first Negro spiritual, Just Got Paid. It's Friday night. Party hopping? Is that what he said? Party hopping?
Party hopping. Feeling
Party
right.
hopping.
Booty shaking. All around.
I thought it was humping for the
Pump
longest
that
time.
jam while we're getting down. Mm-hmm.
That's my first.
I agree. That indeed is a Negro spiritual. I'm going... I think I'm stumped for the first time. I had some in my mind, but I don't ever write them down. I'm going to go Shy. I don't know the name of the song.
You're talking about...
But just know that, and if I ever.
Yes.
And if I ever.
If I ever fall in love again, I think.
I want to call it that. But yeah, that's mine. For my first one for the day. Shy. If I ever fall in love again. We're going to call it that.
Yes.
I'll be sure that the lady is a friend. Indeed.
That is a good one. That's definitely a Negro spiritual. My last one is going to be Anniversary by Tony.
That's a good one. That is a good one. Me and Frank, I don't know if you know my friend Frank. Well, my friend and forever Frank. Big, wide guy. Doesn't matter. We was going to do a video about that because we was sitting there, we was going to a party or something, and the song was playing, and I was like, yo, that song really 8 minutes long.
That song
and not
is
only
very long.
not only is the song 8 minutes long, but it's like, nigga, is this the gift? Because this is the gift. You can save some of that money on studio time.
Oh, that's funny.
Like, that song's so freaking long. Oh my gosh.
Very long.
My second one, and some might not think that this one is one, but it's one of my favorite songs. And it has been redone and redone and redone into the ground, and I pray that no one ever covers it again. But If Only You Knew by Patti LaBelle.
I love that song.
Me too. Me too.
Negro spiritual? I think I would say yeah. But the problem is nobody younger than probably 20, 25 knows what the song is. But yes, that is an amazing song. And you just reminded me.
believe it or not, a lot of the younger people really do be tapped into the like how we were, like how people be surprised that we knew a lot of the old songs. They be knowing some of the hits because they be having grandparents and great grandparents, great great grandparents alive at this generation. But I wanted to do another Patti LaBelle song, but I know that's not a Negro spiritual because don't nobody know that shit but me. Right Kind of Lover by Patti.
Yeah, that is my shit. That is my shit. I was playing that in the car the other day. That shit goes off. That song goes off.
Okay. Because my sister said, she said he's the right height and the right build. He goes to work every day. And the man, he's on my build.
Yeah.
He's home in the evening. Moving slow. But girl, I'm here to tell you the man can go.
That is my shit.
Patti, you ain't going down with that one. You ain't one down with that one, Patti. I ain't going to lie.
Yeah. If y'all have never heard Right Kind of Love by Patti LaBelle, you're missing out. You need to go check it out. Because that is my song.
That is the rubric. Why when she slide in like that? She never needed to slide in. Never like that. I'm gonna go listen to that. That's some. I got some wine. I ain't seen this man all day long. He just slid me a couple dollars to get my hair and my nails done. He ain't cussed me out this week because I ain't did shit to get cussed out for. Right. That is that kind of shit. What we gonna do with Patti LaBelle go? I'll let you know right now.
You just reminded me to add that first one to my playlist. If it's not already there, I need to go ahead and do that. Mm-hmm. All right, y'all. We moving right into these controversial hot takes. I think I want to go first because I think this one is kind of fun and it's kind of funny. I think after 2 kids, 2 genders, boy and girl, that's enough with the baby showers.
And
it is enough with the baby showers. Because if I'm going to be honest, right, people who have multiple kids, 5 or more kids, I would say, they are usually fairly close together. They're never like 10 years apart and then you had 2 more and all. They're usually fairly close together. You shouldn't have thrown those clothes away so quick. When the first boy grew out of those clothes, you were supposed to hold on to that stuff for at least maybe 3-4 years before you either gave it away, sold it, whatever you did with it. Hold on to your baby clothes until you are sure you are done. But if you had a boy and a girl, the baby showers are enough. Unless you got family that just feel like throwing your baby shower and they like, look, you're going to have a baby shower. But look, if you had a boy and a girl, it's enough. You don't need no more baby shower.
Marquis said, he said this. He said it. He said, spend the money that you use for the baby shower and spend it on the baby. Because y'all have booked this haul. That's $3,000. Y'all have paid $4,000 for food. Y'all had to pay for decorations. Y'all had to pay for parting gifts. And y'all had to pay for the games.
Yes.
When y'all could have did this at your mother's house, all y'all was doing was trying to figure out if the baby's real size was the same size as that string. Bitch, you could have did that at home. You ain't got to. Why y'all pay all that money for that? That's crazy.
And you know what? I'm gonna say this to y'all. I'm not above it all because we definitely had a baby shower that I don't even remember how much it was, but I know it was too damn much. Because first of all, we were living in Georgia. We had it in Baltimore, so we had to pay for transportation. My mother cooked all the food from what I remember. I don't think
it was good as hell.
But we definitely had to rent out the hall. We definitely had. It was a lot. It was a lot. So I ain't gonna act like I'm above it all. Like I wasn't doing too much for parties. But though I'm 35 now. When I had my child,
y'all had a baby shower at 25.
Yeah, I was 25. So my mindset was different. I'm not paying for halls no more. I don't have time. It depends. I'm lying. I might pay for a hall. It depends on the type of event. But gone are the days for me of spending all of this money for a birthday party decor. I don't. But yeah, too many baby showers. That's my first controversial hot take. Hang it up on the baby showers after boy, girl. Let it go.
Y'all pay for the catering? Marquis said, hell no, we paid for catering. He said, no, motherfucker, we paid for catering.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, y'all had to pay
you know what? No, that wasn't for our baby shower. That was for Troy's birthday. For Troy's first birthday party, we hired his homegirl to cater. So we had to pay her for her services, and then I think we ended up also having to buy food. I think we bought the food that she was going to cook, and then we pay her for the service. But she cooked so much goddamn food. It was way too much food. Way too much. I think we ended up, once everybody was leaving, we was telling people, just listen, take a bucket or a pan with you at this point. Take all the damn food, because it was way too much food. But yeah, for Troy's first birthday party, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say we did too much and we didn't at the same time. Because the catering, too much. The hall we rented out, it really didn't cost that much. We didn't do a DJ, but we did do a photographer. I think it was worth it to get her first birthday party moments. I did this kind of by mistake. I ended up buying a ball pit. And I planned to play games, but we were running late, and you know how black people work. The ball pit ended up coming in handy because the kids had a ball. And I'm talking about the babies too, because at this time, Ava was a baby, Skylar was a baby, Amir and Araya were babies. Adrian was a baby. So it was a bunch of babies running around. Crystal, nieces and nephews was there. All the kids were young at this time. Yeah. I would say the oldest child in the room was probably like maybe 8. They had a ball. So somehow or another, my mind was working different. I was like, let me get a ball pit just in case they use it. That ended up being the only thing they played with. And I was happy because I was not prepared for games. I was way too late. So it ended up being worth it. But that catering, yeah, that was a waste of time. Too much.
But to your point, D, because I'm always have to be on your side. I'm with you when you're right. Although there was money spent, y'all didn't waste. It wasn't wasteful. Like even your you had a simple gender reveal. That was real simple gender reveal.
Simple. Yeah, it was simple. Super simple.
Literally very simple in a 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah, we just got a cake. Though. Went to your house, cut the cake. Yeah. I think I had a couple balloons. That was it. Very simple. Because I'm not doing the big part. Now, I like gender reveals. I'm not doing the big party gender reveal. Let's do a little simple thing. I'm not buying them little, whatever they are, them little things that shoot powder. Just give me a cake. We can cut into the cake. See if it's blue or pink on the inside.
Literally. It can be just that stuff.
And then, honestly, once you get the boy and the girl, no more gender reveals either.
Because who gives a shit at this point? At this point, you're just having another.
Right.
Unremarkable ass gendered baby. Niggas do not care. First of all, and this is no offense to you, friend, because I love you dearly. I think I said this to you then too. I think gender reveals are fucking stupid. I think they're a waste. I think they're a waste of fucking space. They're a waste of time. Bitch, you want me to come to 3 parties? What do you mean?
Too. Marquis scared. He was like, I was like, we gotta when we had it next, we got to prepare for the gender reveal. He was like, we're not having no gender reveal. I'm not doing it. I'm still trying to convince him. I got a lot of time. I'm still trying to convince him to do a simple little something because we want a boy out of this equation.
You know what you could do? You could take a piece of paper. Watch this. Real simple. You take a piece of paper, right? Have it folded over. Okay, you take your phone. You prop it up on something. You press record. Follow me now. You take that folded piece of paper. You sit in front of that their phone. Pop that bitch open. Bow. Gender revealed. It's free.
Gender revealed.
Didn't cost you shit.
Gender revealed.
Didn't cost you a damn thing. Didn't cost you time.
He don't like that. What's the other thing he don't like? Push gifts. They started doing push gifts sometime after Troy was born. Maybe like 2020 something. They giving push gifts now. I'm like, damn, you need gifts for everything. Y'all just spending money at this point.
Here's my thing about push gifts, right? As a person who has never produced a child, has only been pregnant for about 6 weeks in total, I understand them. I understand all of the shit that women go through when they have kids, the fact that they could damn near down the table. I do believe that a gift is deserved. Unfortunately, though, I think we live in a society where everything has been made for the consumer and nothing has been made for the soul. Like, why can't a push gift be something as simple as a damn framed sonogram or a blanket that represents our entire 9 months, or something sentimental that doesn't cost you buku money, because a Mercedes for a push gift is not a gift because, bitch, I got a payment now.
A Birkin bag for a push gift is ridiculous. Like, it's, and then it creates this expectation for other people who really can't afford to do that.
Yeah, like,
because what if I probably have given so much during this 9-month period where I made it very clear and very explicit to you that I love everything about you. I'm proud of the fact that you're carrying my child. I did all the things, and now society is telling me that I also, on top of that stuff, have to buy
now
this
give you an expensive gift, right?
Monetary expensive gift, and if I don't get it, I'm now not appreciative of you for carrying my child. That's the part I don't like about it.
I don't like that at all either. And then let me give you the converse. Because there's always a converse. Imagine you being a whole piece of shit my entire pregnancy, stressing me out every damn day, and then you think giving me a Michael Kors bag is the end all be all to all that trauma you caused me. Bitch, I'm about to hit you upside your head with that bag. Upside the head with it. Because oops, upside your fucking head. If you ever thought that I was going to forget every wrong you've done. I feel like the biggest gift that a woman would receive from a man while she's pregnant is the love and the care from her partner. Yeah. That to me is the biggest gift. But I'm big on giving gifts. Like, I'll give gifts, but I'm not really big on the monetary gift. Like, that shit don't matter to me, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna lose this stuff. I'm gonna lose it either at the damn King's Dominion. I'm gonna lose it at work. I'm gonna lose it in death. Like, I can't hold on to everything forever. So it's like, my thing is getting me a car as a push gift. Like, this is how I feel about myself for graduation. Like, I'm thinking about whether or not I want to buy myself a car that I really like for graduation, right? But I'm also thinking of it in terms of, this is how we end up as a people staying in debt over some dumb ass shit. Like, I'm like, damn, I want to get myself a car for graduation. I want to get me a real nice little BMW or some shit like that. And then I say, hey, bitch, you had to pay for that still. It's not a gift. You can't just go into the dealership and say, hey, this is a gift to myself. And then hey, paid off. No, you're going to be paying that gift off, because that gift is $40,000. You're going to be paying that gift off at least $40,000. Because I might even get me a little AMG something. If I was going to really, really do it. So $40,000+, that's not a gift. That's a curse. Call me what you want, but don't call me a bitch that doesn't add no extra bills to my life, because I don't need to.
You are correct. And BMW, nope, never for me. Again, the maintenance is ridiculous. When I tell you, first of all, them tires are like $700-800. No, thank you. And it felt like we were buying tires like once or twice a year. Like, the maintenance is absolutely crazy. Like, So if you ain't got it like that, to be wasting $700.
I ain't got it. It's funny because you said got it. You didn't need 2 got it.
No, I need to do, because what?
You ain't need 2 got it, because I ain't got 2 got it. I ain't got 2 got it. You ain't had to add the like that, because I ain't got the got it. So I ain't got none of them got it.
I had to put it out there for even all the people who like, look, I pay all my bills on time every month. But if you don't have extra money every month that you're just comfortably laying around the house, you don't need the BMW. You don't need the BMW, because we both made a bad decision. He was like, he thought the same, Mark, you thought the same thing you were thinking. I really want to buy myself a car for graduation. He was thinking about it. He was like, I don't know. I was like, no, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do that thing.
So Marquise didn't make the decision. You made the bad decision.
I pretty much made the decision. I said,
you put that on him.
Treat yourself.
It was treat yourself. something. Treat yourself.
It wasn't a good decision. So yes, I definitely feel you on that. I think I gave too many. Yeah, I'm a chill on the next.
I'm crying. I got one. You ready for it? I think we need to cancel Christmas for like 5 years. We need to cancel Christmas for about 5. Not everybody. Like, I don't give a fuck what white people do. But we as the blacks need to cancel Christmas for about 5 years.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard out here, and trying to keep up with the Joneses is
Yeah. Because what are we teaching our kids? Like, we not teaching our kids don't even know the whole meaning of Christmas. Like, they don't know the whole I think we at a space now where until your child has seen Ebenezer Scrooge for the first time, they shouldn't get no Christmas gifts. Until your kid has created you something random at school for Christmas that you gotta be like, oh my God, I love this. Is the best gift I ever get. You should be buying your kids shit for Christmas. Not saying don't buy them nothing for Christmas. Get them things that they need, right? But you're supposed to be buying your kids things all year long. PlayStations and Xboxes and all the expensive games. Goddamn Michael Kors. Not Michael Kors. What's his Alexander McQueen shoes and all the type of shit like that. We need to teach our kids the meaning of Christmas before we start teaching them the money behind it. Because in reality, they get the shit, they play with it for a little minute, and then that shit goes into the toy box, and you never see it again. And my thing is I feel this way not just because of kids, but it's like a lot of pressure even as an adult. Like I think the pressure to buy your family Christmas gifts has been one of the things that has helped in the breakdown of families. Because if I know I got to show up at your house with a whole gang of gifts and I know I can't afford that shit, but I don't want you to know that I don't have no money, I'm going to just stop coming around.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think that's not a rare occurrence. I think a lot of people be like, yeah, I don't feel like dealing with family right now because every time I go to deal with family, some money come from it. Yeah, so much guilt. Like,
yeah. So that's something I haven't really experienced in my family. Once we grew out of our child stages, our family doesn't really do gift exchange. So I'm glad to have, not had that experience. When we come around each other for Christmas, it's really just a chill type vibe. It's never like, oh, I'm expecting a gift from you kind of thing. Yeah. The crazy thing is I didn't even know that was occurring as often as it occurs. Mm-hmm. Like, past a certain age, why do you need a gift?
If we don't girl, not my family. My family not like that. My family is a family like I love my family traditions when it comes to like Christmas specifically. Like every Christmas, my Aunt Stephanie, she does this speech. Every year we have the same speech. She talks about the origins of our family and how they used to go to the Salvation Army to get gifts and how we've evolved as a family of people who are able to give to each other. And just a reminder that the gift is really supposed to be for Jesus because it's his birthday. Like that's the whole purpose of like we sit down and we talk about it. We have family discussions. The men in our family, they started to show up recently, so they be making their little cute speeches, and it's just really family based. And I just be looking at other people's shit like, damn, like that don't seem fun. Everybody's drunk. I don't know. My family, I don't come from a family of people that drink and smoke and stuff like that. As a person that drinks and smokes like that, my family not like that. Like my family is very much Christian base and real dry, fun, but good, clean, fun kind of family. And I think that really makes a big difference in how we interact with each other. Like we don't never had a drunk uncle at Christmas sharing secrets and shit like that. We don't have stuff like that. We don't have the weird fights between relatives. About
not us either,
but like that.
It depends on who's there.
Marquis said, even the pressure and guilt from your kids because you don't want them to be left out. I know some single moms that take loans out just for Christmas. I'm like, man, if you don't have it, you don't have it. No, but for real, like I was telling you, we was talking about this on the last show. Like, I'm black, but I'm not get an extra job just to get you shit for Christmas black. I will never be that. Like, this is my thing. The effort that y'all put in for Christmas every year, the thousands and thousands, because it be thousands of dollars that go into Christmas every year, and y'all don't have college funds for your kids.
Yeah, that's true. And then the whole thing about, having guilt from your kids, that's something you're teaching them though. Because
That's fair.
that's something you're teaching them. You're teaching them to have this big importance around this holiday season. So when it gets to a point that you don't have the money, they looking at you like, what the fuck is up? What the fuck is up? You told me that Christmas is about gift giving or gift receiving. I don't work. I'm a kid. So where's my gift? And then all the Christmases before, you buying PlayStations and Xboxes and expensive purses and perfume and shoes. Where's my shit? So yeah, that shit comes from what you're teaching your children. Like for me, when it got to a point where I'm like, you got too much shit. There is literally, when I go into your bedroom, there is nothing in here that you need extra of. So I cut down on doll baby buying. We're not doing doll babies no more. You got enough damn doll babies. We're not buying doll babies. I will buy you things that I know will pique your interest. Like she likes to draw. I'll buy sketchbooks. I'll buy crayons and things like that. Stuff that will be beneficial and, like I said, fuel her interest. I'm not overbuying on things that she doesn't need. She doesn't need any more Barbie dolls. She really don't need too many clothes. Grandma every year buys a bunch of unnecessary amounts of clothes. I'm just not buying things that she does not need or she is not going to use as often. I'm gonna buy baby dolls and she's gonna chop them up. I'm not doing it.
Marquise made a good point. I'm a respond to his point. He said you also go back to school and they be like, so what did everyone get for Christmas? Their peers be asking too. And when I was a kid who didn't get anything for Christmas, it was damn near picked on. No, and to add to that, Marquise, because that's an important piece too. To add to that, I think it wasn't our generation, obviously, because there was hella kids, there was hella movies, all other type of stuff. All of this stuff was created before we even came into place. The thought of the good list versus the bad list, that you get gifts because you were a good kid thing, and the coal, we're not even giving out coal. Start giving out coal. If we're gonna be giving good gifts to kids, that's good. But your kids is bad as shit all day. You're giving the best that you can give to people who are failing school, cussing teachers out, missing curfew, not cleaning up their room, just not doing anything that you're asking of them as a kid, but you're still giving them all these extravagant gifts. What is that teaching them? It's not teaching. Get their ass cold. If we're going to be doing it like that, if it's a behavior-based gifting system, and I think that's our generation that's like, no, we're not doing that dumbass shit, where it's based off of your performance. And I'm glad that that's a thing, but we're not teaching the gratitude piece. I personally feel like ain't nothing wrong with hoarding over your kids the good things. Hoard it over their heads, please, by all means, because they need to learn a reward system. Like they need to learn how to earn rewards, sure. But I think about the kids who are great kids, that are doing wonderful things, that are doing the best that they can every day. They're helping their family. They're doing this and they're doing that. Their parents can't afford to show them their appreciation for their good behavior. So now they're growing up, and how are they going to feel about the holiday? I don't know. Shit like that be on my mind. I know we said it was going to be fun, but that be on my mind.
Yeah, that's some real shit. You know what? That makes me think about something my brother told me. I mentioned a few times I have two brothers. My older brother was not a very favorable child, but my younger brother was, and he mentioned to me like, yeah, so, I would go to school, I would get straight A's and all of that, do really well. Dante, on the other hand, would not. He would do terrible in school, do terrible at home and all the things, but we still got the same amount of gifts. When Christmas came around, nothing was different. Or just random days. Like if I got a good report card, you go out and buy me something, but then you go out and buy him something too. So it made me think like, well, what the fuck am I getting good grades for? Like what is the point in me having all of this good behavior? I might as well act however, because regardless of how I act, you're gonna give me gifts anyway. And you show me that through what you do for him. And that's some real shit. Like, we really need to start rewarding, like Marquis said, rewarding unfavorable behavior. Stop doing that. Stop doing. It's okay for your kids to miss out on Christmas. If they got F's all down the board, they don't get nothing. You don't reward that kind of behavior. And that could be part of the problem why they act the way they act. Because it's like, well, what? I still get all my birthday gifts, all my Christmas gifts, all the money, all the cars, all the shoes, all the whatever. Yeah. And I'm going to school and act a fool.
And I'm not even saying don't buy them anything. Buy them what they need.
What they need only.
Exclusively. And I think that's, like I said before, I say this every episode, I'm sure. We struggle as a people, not even just black people. You don't give up on nobody else. But we struggle as a people because we do not assess the importance between a want, where I get these scissors from, I don't know, and a need. We don't, we not cutting the fat, friend. We got to start.
Mm-hmm.
This scissors really came with clutching that ball. This was perfect.
Let's see what's gonna be my next one. Oh, this is a good one. How do I want to bring this up? Because I don't want to be insensitive to events that have happened to us negatively in our community, but I do just have to say, stop allowing your black children to be the only friend or one of the few friends of white people.
I got all the props today.
Allowing them, you know what? Let me roll it back. I'm not even going to say stop allowing them to be friends, but if you are going to allow it, limit the time that they spend together. Don't let them be in situations where they are going to be alone with those people. Sleepovers, out of the question. Even long walks to the park, out of the question. Trips, out of the question. Sleepovers. I already said sleepover because you also had with that older woman who was going to like a sports mom sleepover. They were all sleeping over. I think all their sons played football or something. 40-year-old women. Only one black woman in the whole party ends up unalived in the grass on the lawn the next day. And they say no foul play? Yeah. So, and it's not even for the children, just people in general. Stop allowing yourself to be in spaces alone with a group of white people. It's clear that we're not safe in those spaces. Stop doing it. It's just no way around it. Like, just don't do it. It's not life.
I made a post on Facebook the other day. Of course, I started it with I don't mean no harm. Now, I don't give a fuck the harm is happening. I just don't mean for it to happen. I don't mean no harm, but you will never catch me as the only black in a group full of 2 or more white people. You will never find me there. If it seems like it's going to be, if I feel like this is an old saying, I shan't be the only crow in the room.
Hey, Chase.
I will not. I won't be the only crow in the room. If I'm not trying to be a dab on ink, a dab of ink and a stack of paper, I'm not fucking with it. I personally don't understand. Hey. I simply don't understand even. And I think, to go to your point, DD.
Like that was more dangerous than any hood I grew up in. Yep.
And not even because of the bears.
Not because of the bears. And you know that'd be the crazy thing. As dangerous as bears are, even in that situation, they are not the most dangerous. They're not the most dangerous. They're not even really what you got to worry about if you stay inside. Staying inside is what's going to get you in trouble, messing with people. Like, that's crazy.
I don't like that hasn't come up as a conversation. I don't like that hasn't become a think piece yet. Maybe we'll start it today. Mm-hmm. Maybe we can post it on Threads or something because people be so certain.
People are talking about it.
You know how they said, would you rather be, when they was talking to the women, when they said, would you rather, who would you trust in the woods, a bear or a man? We need to change that question. As a black, who would you trust in the woods, a bear or a white person? I'm going bear.
You know what's crazy?
I'm going bear. The only bear I'm not going bear for is a polar. And why? I'm not fucking with it. I'm not playing or I'm not.
You know what's crazy? Because when that conversation came about, my thought process was, because I'm rethinking it with this question. My thought process is whatever a man could possibly do to me, I'll take that over whatever this bear is about to do. This bear is going to destroy me. Mm-hmm. But with this question, I don't know if I would be as quick to choose the white group of people. I don't know.
And I mean individual white person. One white person versus one bear.
I don't know.
I'm still going bear. I don't give a fuck. I'm going bear. Because the bear belongs in the woods. You feel me? The bear belongs there.
The bear belongs.
Why is your white ass in these woods right now?
Yeah.
You just came from dropping off a body. That's, you see, because I'm always up here with it. Always in this space.
For this question, I'm gonna go back. Yeah, we gotta leave that alone. I've heard it here and there. People talking about it. Hell, I even heard a white woman say, "Look, black people need to stop hanging with groups of white people. It's not if they telling you, then obviously it's not a hidden thing anymore. It's not like a taboo. Like, oh my God, this one situation happened. No, this keeps on happening." Stop spending all this time with white people. If we not somewhere out in public, but we could be seen by a bunch of people, I'm not going nowhere with y'all.
And you know what that makes me think about, DD?
And depending on where the public is, if you're taking me into a public place that is full of other white people, I'm also not going.
I'm not going.
I'm not going there.
I will not be in attendance.
No.
But yeah, like the documentary. Remember that documentary I had talked about, the crash? With the girl Mackenzie, whatever.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Think about it. Davion. Rest in peace, Davion. Moment of silence for Davion. Moment's over. The thing is, rest in peace, Davion, once again. Davion was adopted by white people. Right? Davion is a black man, was a young black boy, adopted by white people. The thought process that we all had was, okay, he's about to have a better life. No, he got mixed up with a riff-raff group of whites and ended up dying in a car accident that had nothing to do with him. He could have stayed in the hood for that.
The crazy thing is, I heard about that story before the documentary came out. I was scrolling through TikTok because I watch a lot of those cop cam videos, and that's how I heard about that. Yeah, just some crazy little white girl just decided that she wanted to take her and her boyfriend out. What do I have to do with this situation? Meanwhile,
she ain't let Davion out the car. Like, that's why in 2036 I'm on her ass. Like, I'm on her ass so hard in 2036. I can't wait to start that petition because that bitch is never getting out of jail as long as I draw breath.
Yeah. He innocent bystander sitting in the back seat. You want to take your boyfriend out? He gonna crash into a building?
And you don't want to live. And the thing is, you're not going to tell me that's not premeditated, because I'm thinking, in my mind, that bitch balled herself up before she crashed so that she knew that she would have a minimal amount of damage. You knew what you was doing. It's stuff like that. Like, the mindset is crazy. Oh,
it was a whole tape. Like, they were saying, like, the boys were in the car. You could hear them. I don't know if they got some recording from the car or something. Hearing them telling her to stop the car and everything. Like, the fact that she trying to act like she ain't do that shit on purpose is crazy.
Oh, Marquis said, I'd rather be Carmelo than the young man in Mississippi, respectfully.
Which one? You know what? Mississippi.
The young man who... Another young man... I think he's talking about the one with the young boy who
talking about Nolan?
Missing. Yeah, I think he's talking about
Nolan. No. Okay, that's him. Okay.
I don't make it a habit of remembering their names anymore. Like,
that's his name.
It's just getting to a place where it's like it's just too many names to even freaking remember. I don't mean that disrespectfully to them or their families, but it's just like it's getting to a point where it's like I'm running out of memory space for all of these names to remember. Like, it's getting to be a bit much. But yeah, Marquis, what's his name? Swear I don't want to die young. I'd rather be judged by 12 than buried by 6. I used to feel like, you know what, there's a third option. You don't really got to do neither one of them two.
Mm-hmm.
But when you thinking about it in terms of these kind of interactions, I too would rather be judged by 12. Then buried by 6, then carried by 6. I would much rather that. Like, I could fight in court.
Yeah, that's true.
I could fight in court. I'd rather
And you know,
look.
I'm gonna keep on saying this to you. Every time these little incidents come about, it's always the South. It's always Texas or Georgia or Mississippi or when it comes to being in these white spaces, it is especially dangerous in the South. Please stay out of these white spaces. If you're a black person in general, if you have black kids, you're going to have to take your black children out of those white spaces. You're going to have to tell them, look, you can hang with little Johnny during school lunch period. After that, that's about enough.
After lunch, we got to go back to the days of we don't go over your houses, y'all don't come over our houses. Yeah. We don't eat at y'all. We cool here. This is the place where we cool at. That trip shit is dead. That trip shit is I can't think of nothing deader than that.
Yeah.
I can't think. Please know that if you ever see, because you're gonna be the person that I text. If you ever get one of these 2 text messages from me, one is this is the highest level of emergency. You'll see this now, so just in case she don't remember. Not that I'm gonna get myself in no type of emergency and no shit like that. But just in case. The first one, DD. Me and this group of white people are having the time of our lives. Immediately call the FBI. I am in dire straits. Please help me. I am afraid for my life.
That is what that meant. Yep.
That's the first one. And the second one is, ooh, this minivan is cute as shit. If you ever hear me say something like that, call the law.
Right.
I'm not okay.
That's definitely not no shit you'll say.
That's what I would ever say.
Yeah, it's crazy. But that's mine. Be careful, y'all.
Yeah. Let me think. Because I feel like a lot of the things that I think are not very controversial thought processes, I think that they just be normal thoughts. But let me think. Chris Brown don't got a song good enough for the way that people forgive him.
I'm laughing the way I'm laughing because we was just talking about this. It is so funny. So I slip every now and again. I still
listen to him.
Yeah, I still listen to him too. Because I when I say I slip, I was listening to Trey songs. And me and Marquise were talking about like it's crazy.
Yeah,
he's yeah, I know. He's done wild shit to women. And it took a little while, but he eventually over time started becoming irrelevant. But Chris Brown, on the other hand, it's nothing that he can do for his popularity to diminish in any capacity. I don't know what that is. That's some special type of something. I don't know what it is. People love him. They can't get enough.
It's lust, friend.
But I'm saying
it's lust.
It's crazy.
The women want him and the men want to be like him. So that's why he's still popular. Niggas love Chris Brown too. Oddly enough, niggas love Chris Brown.
That's true, because you know what? I don't think men like Trey songs as much. I think there was some men getting down to Trey songs, but to really enjoy him in the way that men enjoy Chris Brown, you might be right. Yeah, they weren't feeling Trey like that. Yeah.
He all the time. Chris Brown be wearing shirts sometimes because he be fat every now and again.
Yeah, he's one of the ones. Yeah, it don't matter what he do. People don't.
And it's just like the music is not that great. It's the same coke-induced song over and over and over. This nigga be coming out with albums with 40 songs. You, sir? If you don't keep these binges to yourself, because why is the engineer not quitting? Why are the people in the studio like, look, bro, I got family to go home to. Like I got another one, and this one is everybody that was on a Diddy documentary belong in prison too.
Yes.
Everybody that was on the damn R. Kelly documentary belong in prison. Absolutely. Especially Drea Kelly, she belongs under the jail with him, because you're not going to tell me that you didn't know what this nigga was doing all the years. You telling me a nigga that can't read outsmarted you like that?
Yeah, I don't believe it. I also feel the same way about the parents, because later on there was like little whispers going around that, you know, all the whining and crying that they were doing on those documentaries, in real life, behind the scenes, they were offering their children up despite what they tried to say. And my thing is this: even if you want to go with they were innocent, they didn't make any deals with him behind the scenes, even if you want to go with that, right? There should still be some major accountability, because you watched this man go to court for messing with children. Somewhere in your mind, that did not give you pause, and you still allowed your child in the vicinity of this man, and then gonna turn around and say some shit like, oh, well, you know, he got off. What does that mean? Niggas get off every day for doing shit that they did. Like, what are you talking about? Oh, well, he got off, so we thought that everything was good and he was innocent. No, that's not how the justice system works.
It's not how
Like,
the justice
you're
system
black. You are a black man, and you sitting up here trying to tell me, oh, because of what the justice system said, it must have been. No, you tripping. You tripping. So the parents need to be held accountable as well. Everybody need to go down. I agree with you. Everybody needs to go. Mm-hmm. All right, let's see. I think that there needs to be some considerations made when we spew the rhetoric, protect all black women. The reason I say that is because I have black brothers. I have a black man in my life. And there are certain situations where I would not necessarily want any of the black men in my life to jump out there to protect somebody that they do not know, have never seen in their life, if it's going to be detrimental to their lives. A lot of times in those protect black women situations, most of the time it's like domestic violence type things. You're going to probably end up back with him tomorrow. And you want this random black man who does not know you from a can of paint to come and be your savior when he don't know you. I think there should kind of be some consideration. I think there should be some stipulations on that phrase. Maybe if it's somebody in your family. Maybe if they're standing there and they witness something egregious happen to you. Okay. Any random black man coming to save you from something, like to put his physical body in the way of yours, I don't think that's necessarily fair to say. I wouldn't want any man in my family to do it. I'm sorry.
I think that is fair. I think you are well within your rights to feel that way. But I also look at it's levels to everything, right? There's extremes to everything. Levels. And I think that is on the extreme level of the protect black women, right? Because you got the most minute level of if you see a nigga yelling at a black woman, possibly not necessarily a nigga. If you see somebody at work mistreating a black woman and you're a black man, don't just sit there for it. Shit like that.
Yes,
right?
yes.
I think.
So let me be clear. Only in extreme moments. I'm not talking about, you know, like you said, minuscule things like that. Absolutely. You know, be a brother. Help us out. Absolutely. But in extreme situations, no. But
I think if it were framed that way, it would be more palpable too. Be a brother sounds a lot better than protect black women, because you know as a brother you're automatically going to protect. That's just going to automatically be a thought process. Be a brother sounds a lot better than protect. Protect black women sounds like a lot more pressure on an already pressure-filled set of people. Because these people already have a lot of pressure on them from society.
Yes.
Adding that extra piece. And not to say that they don't deserve extra pressure, because who's to say, you know, pressure busts pipes. It also makes diamonds. But I do feel like I can see the pushback because of the language.
Yes. I think that really throws them off. Like the language first, definitely throws them off. When we get to those extreme situations is the second thing that's like, yo, I'm not doing that for you. Like, I'm trying to get home to my kids, get home to my wife, get home to my family. I cannot protect you from every situation that you come across. But yeah, absolutely. We in the boardroom and you hear Brian talking to me crazy. Absolutely. Say something. Yeah. I agree. There's
like
levels.
that. Yeah. The hate that people give black cats is anti-black, and I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Because Huey is the sweetest cat I have ever had in my life.
Oh yeah, they be giving black cats a bad rap.
Huey is the sweetest. Huey is the sweetest. Ain't that right, Papa? You a sweetie pie, right? Yeah. I'm a sweetie pie.
They give black cats is definitely something. Let me see if I have.
Come here, Papa. Tell me, Papa.
Oh, you know what? This one is kind
What
of.
about this is scary? You know what I mean?
I don't know if I'm irritating you. Look at Huey P.
Sweetie pie.
We need we definitely need shirt. Monkey said we need shirts with these quotes, Anita. Definitely. And he talked about the previous. Yes.
Wait, which one? The hate for black cats is anti-black. Which quote?
Which quote specifically? But you do be throwing out some pretty good quotes. We definitely need to get on the merch.
You had one last week or the week before last, DD, that really got us right. I forgot what it was, but you said something. I was like, ooh, that's a bar.
I don't know what I said. Oh, he said boo. I don't know what I said. Y'all might not like this one. I'm gonna say it anyway. 5 years old is too old to breastfeed. It's too damn old. Let it go. Let it go. And I'm not even
like on the titty.
On the titty is too much.
Like, but can they still get like the bottle?
They can still get the bottle. No, they can still get the milk. So my thing is this, right? I don't think it's fair to say that a person shouldn't be drinking breast milk over a certain age, because we drink cow's milk all the time. Why not drink the milk from our own women? I don't find nothing wrong with that. But to have a 5-year-old or above
come and pull up a chair and sit, and you drop that titty in their mouth. Crazy. Mommy, can I have some milk? No.
That's crazy. I didn't watch the documentary. I saw like a preview of a documentary. White woman,
of course,
had like her kids was like 7 and 10 or some shit like that.
Now,
come on. Like there should, at this point, there needs to start being laws against this. Because after a certain age, when we're getting that far into it, I think it's becoming something else for you at this point. Because you really could pump. You really could absolutely pump this milk and still allow your children to drink it. But no, I think past a certain age, you need to let that go. You go ahead.
For clarification purposes, are you saying... Because are you saying that this woman was plopping that tit?
She was plopping.
And these teenagers' mouths?
She was plopping. One on each side.
Because, like, I think about it as a black woman, right? Because I think about everything as a black woman. Like, this is a man. And I know it don't make no sense. I know that the way that my mind works, I should be seeing that lady again. But I'm not. Imagine you calling your 5-year-old down like, hey, babe, come get some milk. And Lord Jabari come down and he like, ooh, mommy, your nipple ashy. Like, can you imagine shit?
And that is one of them really controversial ones I have seen. I'm not gonna say really, because there is a large group of people that's like, look, these children are too old to be hanging off of your breast like this. But then there's another group that's like, it is what it is, natural and move. I think that at some point we need to start making laws. Like, this is getting to be too much. They should not be that old. It's turning into something else now.
Incestuous.
It's very much so. Like, I ain't saying they can't drink the milk. They don't need to be all up on your breast, though. That's too
They didn't
much.
need to at any point, really. After the first day, you kind of could just pump.
Well, they do.
I don't know,
because
I don't know about all women's breasts, but still.
Yeah, they want you to keep babies on up until at least 6 months. If you go strictly bottle after that point, they, won't put up a fuss. But they would like you to keep babies on your breast for at least 6 months. I'm not going to say that word. Most people will go up to like 2, which is fine. Go up to 2. That's good. It's fine at 2. When we getting into 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you got something.
Why you got that much time? Who has that? I guess stay-at-home moms have that kind of time to pump. I know women at work pump, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I know that women at work pump, like they go into a little pump space, whatever they call it, and then they do their little do, and they have a little refrigerator somewhere and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't get tiring after the 3rd year.
Oh,
after the 3rd year, I'm gonna get tired of carrying this milk bag around to everywhere.
I'm sure they get tired. They do it anyway, but I'm sure they got to. I'm sure they get tired.
That's lunacy.
Debating the appropriateness of breastfeeding a 5-year-old. Share your thoughts.
That's what the AI says.
That's our AI summary for
They're about to get us a flood of white women defending their honor.
I missed this one. A passionate discussion on the dangers of being black in white spaces. I missed that one.
Okay, I like that one. Okay, I like it. I like it a lot. AI, you kind of doing your thing.
But yeah, that was mine. Yeah, it's too much. Let it go.
All right, it's 9:54. I'm finna go into a black ass minute.
Okay, let's wait 1 black ass minute.
You know what I'm gonna start with. We're a week behind on the discussion, but I'm gonna throw my hat in this ring because I didn't want to make a video of it on my personal page. So I figured we could talk about it here.
Mm-hmm.
This India Ari. Been that controversy. What's your take on it?
Okay, you know what's funny? Before India Ari, I had already heard about controversy around this song. There's this woman, I don't know her name, who I came across on TikTok. Mm-hmm. She was being harassed by the director of Boostin', the movie Boostin'. She made a video and she was like, I'm not going to watch Boostin'. I think it's inappropriate for the climate that we're in. So I'm not going to watch it. She did go on to say there were people telling her, hey, you should watch it because that's not what it's about. It's not about literal boosting, stealing at all. That's not what the movie's about. And she said, people did tell me that, but I'm still not going to watch it. The director was harassing her all through her comments, making several videos, all this other stuff. Basically saying you're judging a movie you haven't watched and blah, 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 blah. But he was on her heels for a good little minute, to the point that she was being attacked by other people. People were threatening her in her comments and all of that. So that's the first person I heard have issue or take issue with the whole boosting movie or boosting culture, boosting music. Because I don't think she mentioned Carisha's song. After that, I heard some other woman say, yeah, I don't listen to the song by Carisha because it's not a good song at all. Like, it's not pleasing to the ears, but also I don't agree with the culture of celebrating that. And she was like, I got several female family members who are in prison for stealing, scamming, and stuff like that. Then I hear the India Ari thing. I feel like this was my first impression. I just kind of find it funny that this situation, I'm not even necessarily saying that they don't have points. That's not what I'm saying. But this situation is causing so much controversy. But when we have other things going on that I feel like are much more important than this, they don't have nothing to say. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't hear a bunch of people speaking out on R. Kelly. not even people, celebrities. I don't hear a bunch of celebrities talking about R. Kelly. I don't hear a bunch of celebrities talking about P. Diddy. I don't hear a bunch of celebrities talking about Bill Cosby or anything. It seems like when it comes to I don't know, I don't know what it is, but you never hear their voices during any other important moment. But now she put out this song, which, like I said, I get where y'all coming from. Everybody has an opinion. It's cool with me. Fine. That's how you feel about it. It's not even that it's an invalid opinion. But where are you any other time when it's more serious shit going on?
Mm-hmm.
My personal opinion, I'm going to listen to the song. I like the song. I think it just speaks to Black culture. I don't know if we do it anymore now, and I'm not even talking about the new. I don't know what the YNs and stuff be doing. I'm not talking about the new age scamming, boosting. I don't know nothing about it. But when I hear boosting with my boosting niggas, with my scamming niggas, I think about the times, like you said on the previous video, we be in the hair salon. They come in with the soap. They come in with the toothpaste. They come with the toothbrush. And they come in with pounds and pounds of socks. You ain't never leaving the boosters without buying no socks. No. They come in with shit you need, especially growing up in the 90s when people didn't have money like that to keep running back and forth to Walmart when you got 5 and 6 kids. Right. I don't really have the money to spend at these stores. Here come the boosters to save the day. And they got everything for the low. I can get soap for $1. I can get toothpaste for $1. I can get socks for $1. Whatever it is, the boosters got me. So I think of it in that way, like, yo, this is pretty relevant to our culture, though. Mm-hmm. And y'all keep saying, oh, well, you know, and I get it. I get that they said some young Black man was shot and unalived by the police for stealing or being accused of boosting, being accused of stealing. Then you had this other situation where this young lady, the police claimed that she was stealing out of, I think, Walmart. She was with her homegirl. They shot into a car and unalived her 2-year-old baby. I get that there are things going on, but I feel like y'all trying to blame Carisha.
You talking about the one who wasn't stealing shit anyway and they shot? Yeah. Right.
And I feel like y'all blaming Carisha for some shit that she don't have.
What happened whether the song came out or not.
Right. Exactly. I feel like y'all putting a lot on her. It's to me, when I hear it, it's a song. It's very relevant to our culture. I'm sorry for all the other things that are going on, that keeps going on, that's going to happen to us regardless of whatever song is being made. I don't think it's fair, but I get where y'all coming from. That's how I feel about that.
So I want to dig into the whole shit, right? I want to dig into the fact that the whole thing came about because this is what I don't like. I don't like the throw a rock and then kind of hide your handness of it all, that how it went down. So initially, somebody, I don't know who the person was, somebody had posted something, I want to say it was either on Twitter or Threads, and India Reed, they were saying that the song needed to be boycotted. They were saying that. India Reed was not saying that the song needed to be boycotted. But India Reed, you retweeted it. You retweeted with your sentiments at the top. But then you turn around and say, I'm not the one that said the song should have been boycotted. You shouldn't have retweeted on that tweet. You should have created your own tweet initially so that your thought process would not get confused with the other person's thought process. The same way that Carisha supposedly has this responsibility of being careful with her thought processes and speaking language. You also have that same, because if it wasn't your thought that the song should be boycotted, you shouldn't have retweeted a post that said that the song should be boycotted. That's where that thought process came from, India Reed. Niggas wasn't just coming up out of nowhere saying that about you. Now, this is my thought on it. And I'm going to get into India Reed. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. I like her first album. I thought her first album was amazing. I thought it was really fucked up how, due to colorism, she got beat out for all the awards that she should have won. Even though Alicia Keys also did bring heat that year, India Reed's body of work was better.
Yes.
Her body of work was better. That first, they're putting their first albums up next to each other. That was up for all those awards that Alicia Keys took home that India Reed didn't win.
Yep. I agree.
And I think she's been salty ever since then. And I think that really sullied her view, not only on the music industry, but also, I think that sullied her view of black people in general, to be honest. Even with the song, even when we look at the song video has a really good message. The message of the song is great, but it's also a little bit pretentious. It also I can appreciate the I love myself for who I amness of the song, but it also gives I'm better than you other Negroes who are susceptible to the shit that's going on. It gives that. And I like the song, don't get me wrong, because sometimes I paint my nails and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I comb my hair, sometimes I won't. Literally. But when it comes to the Carisha song, it's irritating because it's like, where were you? And I know we shouldn't pick hairs and this is a straw man argument and all that shit like that, but where were you at when Molly Percocet was playing? Where were you at when All My Friends Are Dead? Push Me to the Edge. Where were you at with I Got Murder on My Mind? Because you've been out for over 20 years, India Ari. Where were you at through that entire progression? Where were you at my booty hole pink, my butthole pink, my booty hole brown? Where were you at with that? Because that was the time. And I get I don't think India Ari is wrong. Let me start there.
Yeah.
I don't think she's wrong at all. And I think what she's right about is that the song does speak to where we are as a people. And the part that I agree with her on, even though she didn't say that these is my words, the thing that I got from what she was trying to say that I agree with is, once again, this is because this comes from me being a Christian. Put that out there. You know, as a Christian, we're taught to be, I think it's of the world, not in the world. I always get the two words mixed up.
I think I've heard that before, yeah.
Like, roam around, but don't dwell and do the things that the natives do. Right? That's the thought process of the Christian walk. You're supposed to be you there, but that don't mean you gotta indulge. And I think outside of even being a Christian, I think but a lot of us have allowed circumstances to fuck with our moral code.
Yeah.
I think that's a natural thing that people do for survival.
Yes.
And I think it's really interesting for India Ari to talk about where we are as a culture and how we are morally as a culture. I do agree. Don't allow circumstances to fuck up your moral code. As a people, as an individual, I'm on point with that, India Ari. However, you didn't say shit about the prices. You didn't say shit about the conditions that would make a song like Spin That. Because it's not a moral issue. Granted, like there's two pieces. There's the moral issue, and then there's the cultural piece.
Yep.
But circumstances breed culture. Now, I get what she's saying about don't let the circumstances fuck us up morally. Yes, I 100% agree with that, right? And I also agree with the thought process that just because something has been going on for a long period of time doesn't mean that you shouldn't speak out about it. Because the same way India Ari spoke out about Spin That, people spoke out about WAP. The same way people spoke out about WAP, they were speaking out about, like, there's a bunch of shit that people speak out about every song. It's not like the moral compass of the people is not constantly being checked. It always is. It always has been. But the thing is, stop pretending like you're a musician in the music industry. So you know who's pushing Spin That. Why are you condemning the people for what's being pushed? Because you know that we have never been in control of what is being pushed out. We're not in control of what's being pushed out, and you know that because nobody's pushing your fucking music. No shade. And that's no shade, but you know how the music industry works. You know how you know how what's being we are not in charge. We as a people are not in charge of shit. when it comes to production, when it comes to consumption, or when it comes to putting shit out. We are not in control there. We have not been in control since we ain't been in control of our own music since fucking hip hop inception, when they bought out all of the small record labels in order to start to push out the gangster rap. We've not been in control. We as the blacks have not been in control of our own music for decades. And India, you fucking know that. Like, you know that. And it blows me because it's like, okay, yeah, the song is not it blows me because it's insulting. It's insulting because you know how many of us go to work every day as trappers in our minds, and we still do our regular ass jobs.
I was just saying that.
I listen to hip hop every day. I listen to something I have been in a club where Set It Off by Boosie started playing, and I have watched niggas start fighting. I know that is how, I know how music is powerful and how it works, but we're not going to act like there aren't everyday average black people that listen to dope dealing, murderous, pussy popping music every day and still go and live a regular, upstanding citizen life.
Yep.
And then it pisses me off when people be like, this is why they think this about us. They thought this about us when we were wearing suits and ties every fucking day. They're going to, it doesn't matter what images we put, because when we put the positive image, we put more positive image out there of ourselves than negative images, but for some reason they don't think of us all as positive. So to say stupid shit like that is respectability politics. And the thing about respectability politics is there's a fine line between ethnic pride, meaning you want to see the best from your people, which in part I feel like could be more so than anything where India Ari's heart is coming from. But there, like I said, there's a fine line between respectability politics, meaning it's not that we look bad to us. It's that we look bad to them. And the way that you look to them is a reflection of me, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
That's more of an issue because they don't give a fuck to look at us in a positive light anyway.
Yeah.
So to say, oh, well, this is a justification. Who gives a fuck what they think?
Yeah, exactly.
Who cares? These people tried to eat us.
They succeeded.
Why would I give a fuck about the descendants of people who stuffed us like couches? What? Used our hair to stuff couches. Like, why would I give a fuck about the descendants of people who would throw, not even descendants, because let's be clear, why would I give a fuck about the grandchildren of people who would throw rocks at children just trying to go to school?
Yep.
And if we're being honest, the first Americans, the white ones, they came over here because they were the worst in Europe. Why am I trying to impress the worst? I don't give a fuck about them people.
Right.
They took our best. They didn't take our worst. Understand? That's why you see so many. That's why you see so much black excellence in the United States, because they took the best that they could get. And brought us here. It wasn't the other, not to say the best, because I don't want my African brothers and sisters, anybody, my Caribbean brothers and sisters, people across the diaspora, I don't want y'all to feel like, I mean, when I say us, they only took the best and brought them to the United States. I am not saying that. Nothing like that. I'm saying they took the best of us and they shipped us all over the place. And that's why we're excellent wherever we are.
Yeah.
Not to say that they left the worst in Africa either. Y'all was amazing there too. I'm not saying that because I know how the folks like to tussle.
Yep. Yes, they do. I agree. You know what? I got so much to say. My Way One Black Ass Minute is going to be about Carisha also. But before I get there, I want to just respond a little bit to some of the things you were saying. I was really just telling Marquise the same thing. There is some disconnect in the way the kids of today listen to music. And I feel like it could be partially because even though we were listening to this music growing up, our parents also had us listening to other things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we knew Patti LaBelle, we knew Luther Vandross, we knew all that other stuff too, and I think that gave us some kind of regulation.
Yeah.
I don't think the parents of today, maybe if they still got their grandparents in their lives, they probably good. But the parents of today are not introducing their children to other types of music.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of the Cardi B and the Carisha and the City Girls and the I don't know the rappers' names. It's a lot of that. So if your mind is being constantly filled with that, and I'm going to say this too, you shouldn't have had your children listen to it in the first place. That's just where it should start. As a parent, you introducing your children to some shit they shouldn't have been listening to is 100% on you. It's 100% on you. My daughter's still upstairs watching Doc McStuffins, and she's 10 years old. She don't know Carisha. She don't know Cardi B. She don't know Meg Thee Stallion. She don't know fucking Boosie or whatever other rapper you want to. She don't know them people. And she shouldn't know them people because she's 10 years old.
Right.
With us, it's like you were saying. We could be listening to the hardcore rap music, trashiest music you ever want to hear in your life. Blasting it, going down the street, down the highway in our cars, and immediately get out the car, go to work, do our job. We don't take none of that into the building with us, but it's something about these kids and the way they're consuming that part of our culture or the way they're being taught to consume it that it's really fucking them up. Because you should be able to listen to that shit and then leave it where you had it at and then go about your business. They're not doing that. That's what we have to fix that.
Stop the balance.
That shit. Yes.
It's balance. They are missing the balance. I agree, but that's what she should have spoke to. You should speak to the fact that there's not enough balance. But even with that, it's not true. Because unlike the only difference between what you're saying is true. What I'm saying is the difference between how we were able to find music or music was presented to us is different in the ways in which they are able to find. Like, it's harder to find. Like, you got to look for a Duran Bernard, even though he just won a Grammy, so he's more popular now. But you got to look for the Masegos. You got to look for your Alimes. Like, you got to look. I don't even know if I'm saying that person's name right, but you have to look for the love songs now.
Mm-hmm. You do.
In ways that you had to look for the rap music before. The roles have completely switched. On top of the fact that when we were kids, we had, when we were teens, we had teenaged content. There's no kid content that is there from the music. And that is on, once again, the entertainment industry, not the individuals or the society. That's not on us that's not being put out there. And it's not even to say that it wouldn't be bought, because it would be bought. We know that it would be bought because it was bought when we were kids. Kids are always going to want to be able to see kids doing kid shit. That's always going to be a thing. My whole thing is, my only thing that I agree with India Ari, not only thing, but the thing that I agree with, the reason for why I agree with India Ari rather, is because I've been saying the same shit. Like, we don't, to go to what you were saying, let's get back to that, right? Because I'm talking in circles, but I'm gonna bring it on. I'm in the plane. I'm laying the plane. Somebody, and it's the same argument that they had for Cardi. Somebody was online, of course, in the comments, like, yeah, Carisha don't even let her kids listen to her music, and Cardi don't let her kids listen to her music. So you're mad at them for being parents?
That was gonna be my week one black ass.
They're being parents.
I'll get to that in a minute.
They're being parents. How are you mad at them for doing what they? Honestly, to say that shit out loud is so stupid as a means to try to down these people. So you're telling me this touring artist goes out of their way to censor content for their kids, but you work at Popeyes and you can't figure out how to censor your kids' shit? Not to say that the person working at Popeyes has any diminished value or that they had any more time than the touring artist. But my thing is, it's like people say, if you wanted to do it, you would. If you wanted to make sure that your kids were censored, if you wanted to make sure that the things that they are consuming was age appropriate, you would go the extra mile to do it. Stop blaming these people who have never said, like, okay, if Yolanda Adams came out with Spin That, then we gotta say something. Carisha came from a group called the City Girls. One of their most popular songs, and I quote, "Real ass bitch, give a fuck about a nigga." That's the first line of the song. You can't hold her on this pedestal like she's this virtuous woman when she's never presented to be that. And you should, once you saw that she wasn't virtuous, you should have kept it away from your kids. That's not on her. That you didn't do your due diligence as a parent. That pisses me off that's not to say that these celebrities don't have a certain level of responsibility. They do. Like, they should absolutely be on talk shows and shit and trying to get kids to go to school and all that other type of they should be doing that. They should absolutely be, there should be duality. But my thing is, I wouldn't listen to Boosie telling me to go to college. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't be like, if Lil Boosie was to come up, I'm just using Boosie as an example because he was popular when we was kids. But if Plies was to say, I'm just, using examples when we was kids. If Plies was to just up and say, yeah, y'all got to take y'all ass to college, I'm going to just be like, all right, Plies. I might not listen, but at least he would have done his due diligence. And I feel like that is the only place that I agree that we as a society should be doing a better job at keeping the kids in mind. Outside of that, though, she bugging. I don't give a fuck what she talking about.
Yeah. So I agree and I don't at the same time. I do completely agree that the music industry pushes a certain agenda. I absolutely agree with that. But it is up to you as a parent to watch what your child is consuming. The same thing with this Roblox shit. There is a whole lot of predatory shit going on with that Roblox app. Even knowing that, y'all still let y'all kids get on Roblox. There should be a massive responsibility on the part of the parent to not introduce your 5-year-old to twerking music. Your 5-year-old daughter should not be twerking all over the kitchen floor. That's something that you are introducing to her. And there's I don't know if it's lack of intelligence or what it is. There is some mindset that we seem to have where we are allowing entertainment to raise our children instead of us doing it on our own the way it should be. So I think that when they hear Carisha and Cardi B saying, oh, y'all don't let my kids listen to that music, it puts them in a state of confusion like, wait a minute, but I let my kids listen to that music though because I thought that's what you wanted us to do.
Why would you think? Grown ass. I was talking to your grown ass.
Why would you think?
They play this at the club. Ain't no club for kids.
What is the what I be so confused about? What is the disconnect that is happening where you are thinking that it is okay for your children to listen to this music? You have actors who say, yeah, my kids don't watch my movies. I don't let my kids watch my movies.
I can tell you what the disconnect is. It's I was exposed to it and I turned out fine. Same shit. Like we will say, well, our parents was listening to Jodeci, our parents was listening to this, our parents was listening to that, and we were fine. Yeah, we were.
Jodeci.
But we also should not have been listening to that music.
That's very true. And then on top of that, Jodeci is not Cardi B. It's two completely different. Now, mind you, were they kind of getting at the same thing? Yes, but were they saying it differently to the point that to where as though we could listen, even though some of it was still inappropriate, we shouldn't have been listening to Cisco, thong, and all of that.
I had Cisco's first album at 9. Should not have. Should
There
not
was
have that.
still an element of love within that. There was still an element of appreciation for your woman, for your man, in between all the sex talk. There is not any of that with this music. It's real ass bitch give a fuck about a nigga. It's, you know, these bitches is hoes and all that. That's what it is now. It's no love wrapped up in it. And then, like I said, on top of that, our parents were not listening to some of the stuff. I ain't gonna say all of it. Some of the stuff we were listening to, they were listening to Luther and Michael and Jan. Maybe not Janet. Janet a little young.
Janet. But you know what that speaks to, Didi? It speaks to a whole nother issue that we have when it comes to how we show reverence to our music, because we don't live in that society. They lived in a society where they listened to the oldies and goodies on a regular, like that was we do, me and you, I know we do, but you notice how, like, especially with hip hop, there's a shelf life for their music. Like, you don't see rappers, like, it probably could happen because of how big he was, but you don't see nobody like a motherfucking LL Cool J just going on tour. Why ain't anybody going back and listening to no old ass LL Cool J? They should be, because it was bops.
That's the problem.
People do not go back. You're not going to hear nobody say, play that Nelly. You're not going to, like, when it comes to hip hop music, it has a shelf life and it gets forgotten. It's not like it gets played at a old school party, if that's the thing. It's not in a regular everyday. And even with that, the oldies now are not, the oldies are tainted. Think about what the oldies are now. Think about the music that was out when we were a kid. Reasonable Doubt is an oldie, but goodie. So when you think about what's oldies but goodies, Big Booty Hoes, I'm with it. That's an oldie but goodie now.
Yep.
Our oldies but goodies were all based in soul, and these artists were people who left the church to become secular singers. So it still had a certain soul element in it, versus the people who are out now, who you can see the difference between the artistry. And I think because of that piece, kids are listening to the same music their parents is listening to.
And see, that's where I'm having the problem. Because it's like, I feel like you don't even have to know what the new shit is to introduce your children to good music.
Yeah.
Like, my daughter knows Prince. She knows Michael Jackson. She knows, you might not know her. She knows Sinead Harnett, who is an amazing R&B singer of today. Like, it doesn't even have to be today's music, though. Go, and then the thing that gets me is y'all act like y'all don't got Apple Music. Y'all love them iPhones to death, and you act like you don't got access to Apple Music, and you act like you can't pull up Luther. You act like you can't pull up Aretha and play her on a Sunday and clean your house the same way our mother did, and blast it so your child can listen to that and not Carisha and whoever else.
But that's why the music sucks a little bit now, because you got to think, when we were coming up, the artists were inspired by some of those artists that you just mentioned, right? Think about who their inspirations are now. Their inspirations are the people that were inspired by those people, and the version that those people came out with is not as good as the original version. So we're getting double watered down versions of music, and it's like, we could.
Yes, it's definitely not as good. That's why you leave. If it's not as good, go pull out the old shit. That old shit ain't never going nowhere.
Plain bullshit. Just go to the back. I think I love a good old.
Listen, I run my 90s playlist into the ground. And I ain't talking necessarily rap, hip hop music. I'm talking R&B music. I'm talking neo soul music. My daughter knows Lauryn Hill. Okay?
And like, even with that means
why don't y'all have your kids listening to that? It's out there. It hasn't gone missing. It ain't like not being able to access a CD ever again. You can still get.
You'd be surprised that a lot of these kids really do be knowing that music though, and you know they all love Michael Jackson. I don't know why they love Michael Jackson so bad.
They love Michael Jackson to death.
I love Michael Jackson, so
but you know what? I think we probably can go in circles about that topic. I'm gonna get into. I do want to mention this 1 second because it made me think of it when you said it is given. India Ari, in certain moments in her life, was probably feeling a little left behind. And a bit of that is an air of, I don't want to say jealousy.
It is.
A bit of that is an air of jealousy because she feels like she should have got a lot more love from her community, from the industry. And I get that. And that's true. It made me think of something that Kelly Price was saying. What got me about this is that she was talking about the fact that some record producer or whoever it was telling her, you're too big. You're not going to make it that far. I got a singer right now who is going to outsell you. She looks better. She's this. She's smaller. She's this. She's that. Instead of her saying the name of that record producer, she said the name of the artist. Which was Maya. And I might be a little biased because I love me some Maya to death. It's irritating because I find this is something that women seem to do a lot. You're placing blame in the wrong location. Mm-hmm. If this was the record producer who was telling you all of this, you're too fat, you don't sing good enough, you this, you that. Kelly Price, love Maya down. She absolutely can sing better than Maya. If he was saying or she was saying, you didn't even give the gender of the person, saying all this stuff to you, why not say their name and leave the artist out of it?
Because she still wants to be able to work. If she says their name, they're going to get her blackballed. And it ain't going to be that hard because people ain't listen to her any fucking way. So,
and I feel like, and I get that. It's also not fair to the artist who had nothing to do with what you were being told. And it gives jealousy. It gives, I see a little bit of what you were saying because I am bigger than her. Right. She is a little pretty little young girl. I get what you're saying. And now it seems like you're looking at Maya in a way when she did nothing to you.
And probably was
That's the part that's like, and then she went on to say, and but I proved that person wrong. I outsold more than Maya that year. Amazing. I'm glad for you. I'm glad you did because you can sing your ass off. I think it was very unnecessary for you to mention her name though. Very distasteful. I didn't like it. But let me we're still pretty much standing on the same topic because my Wait One Black Ass Minute was that comment that Carisha made. And I think Marquise was telling me that she was she going Jason Lee or something? Yes. She was doing the interview. Okay, she was doing the interview. And I guess he asked her, would you let your daughter be a city girl? And she was like, no, absolutely not. I don't let my daughter listen to that music. So my personal opinion is she has every right to not allow her children to listen to that music, especially her daughter, because as you said, that's what makes sense. That makes perfect fucking sense for you to not have your child, your daughter especially, listening to your music. I kind of get where people are coming from though, in the sense that you're willing to sell out then. What you're telling me is you're willing to sell out. You're willing to sell us that music. Have us listen to it. Have us feed it to our children, even though y'all shouldn't be doing that shit and that's not what she told you to do. Have us feeding it to our children, but you in turn don't introduce your children to it. So I get it. I get them feeling like, you're abusing your community then. Because you're shoving this negativity down our throats so you can make money, so you can be rich, so you can sustain your lifestyle. But this is not even what you introduce in your own household. I get it. But it makes perfect sense because why would I have my daughter listening to that? No, I don't want my daughter to be no city girl. I don't. And like I said, I think it had people dumbfounded like, God damn. So we shouldn't have our daughters be be city girls then? Because I thought you were trying to tell me that we should be teaching the girls, the little girls, to be city girls. If you thought that's what she was trying to tell you, that is fault of your own. Why would you be introducing that lifestyle, that music, that any part of that to your daughter?
You shouldn't.
It makes no sense. I get what y'all saying though, but at the end of the day, you know what? I really try to get them a little bit of a break. And it could be because I don't pay attention to the music in the way that they do. I don't consume it in the way that they do. I love it to death, and then I can still go about my regular life and parent my child the way she should be parented. Maybe that's why. But I try not to give them too much of a hard time, because even though I get what y'all saying, I get that they're kind of selling the community out, if you want to put it like that, so they can make a buck. I get it. But because I can remove myself from it, it don't bother me. Because people got to make money at the end of the day. People make money all different kinds of ways. And if this is the way she's making her money, by making this music that she know that y'all gonna love, is what it is. It is your fault for thinking that it was okay to introduce that lifestyle to your child.
It's a never ending, when you point a finger at somebody, you have 3 pointing back at you. Every time you point that finger at Carisha, ask yourself, did I cut the music off? Did I take a moment to explain to my children the realities of what's being talked about? Or did I just let them listen to the music and just keep on going about their business? That garbage again. Okay, yeah, they listening to the garbage again. Now talk about the garbage with the kid. Listen to the garbage yourself. You're listening to the garbage yourself. You also listen to it because you can hear it as well. Maybe explain. I'm not even saying don't listen to it. I'm not even saying don't let your kids listen to it. I'm saying if you are going to allow your kid to be a member of society, you have to teach the rules of society. That's not the musician's role. That is not the television's role. That is not the book's role. That is not even the Bible's role. That is your role as a parent, to teach your kid the ways in which that they should be acting in society. So people who blaming artists and all of that other type of shit, everybody gonna find somebody else to blame. It's just like not to equate the same thing, but music is addictive just like drugs.
It is.
If nobody forced a crack rock into your ethos, you can't be like, well, all of the drug dealer music and all of the drug dealer such and such. All right, cool. Did y'all watch The Wall? Did y'all watch The Corner? Because if you watch shit like The Corner, it should make you never want to pick up a crack rock. But yet and still, people still did. It's like it don't matter what is pushed into the world if you are centered in yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
The issue is people are not centered properly. Let's call a spade a spade. And I do feel like that's what India Aubrey was getting at. I personally don't feel like she was condemning Carisha or even condemning the song. I think she was speaking to where we are as a society when it comes to music. Yeah, and it's also like, okay, well, if you feel that way, India, open your own record label so that you can put some music out into the world, or other artists. You can gather artists up and create this arsenal of music that can combat it. But if you're not going to do that, then what are we talking about?
And I'm confused on why y'all haven't done that. There's enough black artists out there for y'all to have been done that. Y'all could have came together at any point, created your own label, and put out music that was uplifting for our community. Even if you wanted to do a little rap music, you could have put it out in a more tasteful way, and you could have pushed a lot more of what we actually need to hear.
Right. Because they don't think people are going to buy it. They don't think black people are going to really interact with it, even though, you know.
We was before. I don't know why y'all. I don't know. I think y'all need to give us a chance. Y'all should have tried it. But yeah, that was my only way one black ass minute. I don't got no more.
I ain't got none either. And it is 10:36. We on what, 10:45?
Yeah.
I came home and I still have some some payments to make for my all that work he did on my car yesterday.
You know what? And we didn't discuss next week's topic, but you know what? We'll let y'all know next week with the topic.
Can we please?
But
Can we please do the topic or the one with the songs, please?
Which one was the song?
When we talk about the
yes,
that we would never sing.
Dang, what did you call it?
I called it. I don't sing that part.
Yes, let's do that. Let's do that because I thought about a couple, and I gotta look at my text. That other topic you had was good too, because I kind of was like, yes, that's good, and then I also have a little spin that I want to add to that. Yes, let's do that.
What was it? Help! I'm the strong friend.
Yes, but you say you were workshopping that title. Yeah, but yes, let's do that one more time. What is the title again that we doing next week?
I don't sing that part.
I don't sing that part. So yes, y'all. Well, let me get final thoughts first. This was a very good episode.
I liked it myself.
This was a very good episode. I really like this episode. Once again, as always, thank everybody for joining us.
Thank you for the 3,000 likes. We appreciate y'all for that as well. And also that was Marquise. Shout out to our third cast member who never actually shows his face, Marquise.
But yes, this was an amazing episode. We had a good time. Really enjoyed the topic. Thank you to everyone who joined us. That will be my final thoughts. But I don't know. Did you want to go into next week's episode?
Oh, just show up. Also, just show up. I don't really have no fun. It was a great episode, Didi. Every week I love doing with you. You know, you're the greatest ever. I'm gonna wear a bra next week, maybe.
I'm definitely gonna be feeling better.
I would breeze these Pippi Longstockings, these Pippi short stockings, these Pippi socks. They're not even Pippi Longstockings. These Pippi ankle socks. I will not have these in my head tomorrow. I bet next week. Continue to love your people. Raise your kids up right, because they are not only members of your household, they are members of the society, and life will teach them what you didn't.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. But yeah, y'all join us next week for, why do I keep forgetting the title? I don't sing that part. Join us next week for I don't sing that part. We're basically just going to be breaking down song lyrics and, creating our own interpretation of what we think they mean. If y'all have any song lyrics that y'all listen to every now and again, y'all go, that shit don't sound right. Let us know. Email them to us. DM them to us. Let us know so we can also talk about them next week. Don't forget to follow us. I was trying to get to our page to see how many followers we are on. I know we gained a couple followers over the last couple weeks. But we need to get to 50 followers in order to go live from our Two Homegirls chatting page that you guys see right here on the bottom right. So please follow us. Also follow us on our individual pages. I am not Two Homegirls chatting, y'all. I am y'all know_DD right here on TikTok and also on Instagram. Follow Two Homegirls Chatting on YouTube and here on TikTok. Follow Two Homegirls 26 on Instagram and follow Hey Miss Wade on Instagram and on TikTok. Are you also on Threads?
I'm on Threads.
Yes, on Threads as well. Please follow us, y'all. We would love to bring this podcast, this show to y'all every week from our own Two Homegirls Chatting page. But we enjoy y'all. We love y'all. Thank y'all for joining. And we will see y'all next week.